Hi, welcome back to the plot. One of the things that desperately needs doing on the plot is to actually tidy up the shed. So let me have a quick preview of what it looks like currently and discuss what the plans are. So this is our little shed. It's only 6 foot by 4 foot. As you can see, it's just full of junk at the moment, and wood and battery for our solar power and everything else. So the plan is to put a new bench in there, some new shelving along there, new hanging racks along there, and then put like a pinboard up on there to actually do it. So that is the job for the next week, and I will check back in with you once we made some progress. So the design idea is to have a high bench. Excuse the drawing technique here, I'm a gardener, not a drawer. Let's have a high bench here with a shelf with drawers at the top here, and then another shelf that goes back for putting boxes on, and then potentially another shelf in here for boxes. Then at the back here is to have a pegboard for hanging various different things on, like little spades and screwdrivers, and some little boxes for holding screws and so forth. And then from there is to have 2 shelves running the full length of the shed for putting stuff on. And then at this far end, or the other end of the thing, is to have like a hook system for putting things like forks and spades and various different things. And then I could put my little kettle there, and we can put we're going to move the control panel, so that electric control panel, so it's on this wall here. So that's where the solar panel is and all the switches. So that is the design, and that's what we're trying to achieve for the shed. And we'll see how we get on. We're going to use recycled material as much as possible. We did have an old unit here that was in here, which we're going to break up, and the rest of this is all going to be old bits of pallet wood and stuff like that. And the only new thing that we need to buy is the pegboard and the fixings for that. So that's the design, and let's see how we get on with building that over the next couple of days and weeks. A few weeks ago we had a look at the shed, and we've been doing some renovation work and refitting on it. So I'll take on a little tour of the shed and how it looks now. So first new addition is a nice new art piece on there. It was just a bit of spare artwork that we weren't using at home, so I thought it looked quite good. Put it on the shed, all metal leaves and stuff. So inside here is the new look shed. So let's have a wider look at this. So we started off, made all this up with part of the unit that was there before, and also some old fence posts and some reclaimed pallet wood. So now we've got a couple nice little boxes down there, shelf, and then I've just repurposed these drawers that were in the old unit to actually use it. Got a nice new high workbench, essential kettle, and then the other thing that we've installed is this pegboard. That's the only new thing that we purchased, was the new pegboard and the bits to go with it. And so now we've got all our tools and pens. We've got a little magnetic bar at the top here, so just clip stuff onto. Got all our hooks for all our multi-tools here and stuff. And then over the side we've got shelves with our cloths and gloves and various boxes and bits and pieces, essential coffee equipment, some seeds, and those shelves go all the way along to the other end here with my toolboxes and all my screws and stuff. And then along the far edge here we have a new hanging system with all the tools and everything else. So that is the new shed and the new look shed for the new season. And we've moved the control panel up to the top here. A bit of cable tied in still needs to go on there, but essentially we've got our solar controller there which links to the solar panel outside, and that links into the 5 different switches. Currently only using the first one for the shed and the second one for the outdoor lights, but the third and fourth one are going to be used for some lighting down in the polytunnel and the brassica cage, which will, when we come to do that, I'll do a video about that. In terms of outside of the shed, we've moved the solar panel to the side here so it's more in line with the sun, and also put a new covering on the top there because we had a little bit of a leak in the top of the roof of the shed, so we've just put a new sheeting just over the front part of that where the solar panel was, and it was coming through the roof. But that is the new look shed, and it's all set for the new season. And there we go, all nice and tidy, nice little area to actually work in. And just before we go, let's have a check how much water. We are now 3/4 full in the IBC tank, so that's all good. So that's the new shed for the new year, and feel free to pinch any of the ideas here. I mean, this pegboard idea here I stole off somebody else anyway, so it's all good and nicely organised, and hopefully it will stay that way for the coming year and give me a nice environment to work in. Thanks for joining me on this quick tour of the new shed, and we'll see you again soon. Cheers.